This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, the commission investigating the Lewiston mass shooting is now seeking help from the legislature because of what members say are uncooperative witnesses and organizations failing to turn over records. Our Augusta reporter, Corey Bouchard, has details.
The commission investigating the October 25th mass shooting in Lewiston says they need subpoena power in order to fully complete their work.
Victims, their families, and the residents of Lewiston and the people of Maine deserve to learn the full truth.
Ann Jordan is the executive director for the commission, which was created by an executive order from Governor Janet Mills. One problem the commission members say they're running into in their mission to examine the shooting, police response, and months leading up to it is their lack of power to compel testimony and documents from witnesses. A bill supported by all legislative leaders across the aisle looks to change that.
And so we find ourselves here today in a truly bipartisan effort. The commission has started their work, and now it's up to us to allow them to complete it to the best of their abilities.
According to Jordan, they are seeking the power due to lack of cooperation from the U.S. Army, which is conducting its own investigation of the events before October 25th.
As the commission has undertaken its investigation, it has encountered several individuals who have either refused to appear or who have been directed not to appear by their superiors. Other situations have arisen where persons have refused to turn over records in their possession absent a legally binding order.
Lawmakers questioned whether a state-level subpoena would compel a federal organization to comply.
I do think there are some reasonable questions from members of the committee on both sides of the aisle about the nature of giving subpoena power to this commission, because that is unprecedented. As we heard, it's never been done before, and so what are the implications of that? We need to consider that thoroughly. What are the implications of this commission not being subject to public access requests for information, and how does all that work together?
Jordan warned about the consequences if the bill does not pass.
Without such power, there will be scores of unanswered questions and missing information. The final report will be incomplete.
The commission plans to release its full report to the public in May, but also plans to release an interim report to lawmakers before the end of this legislative session. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Governor Mills will deliver the State of the State address tomorrow, but says it will be a little different this year. Traditionally, Maine governors deliver a roughly one-hour address before a joint convention of the Maine legislature. Governor Mills says because a lot has happened in the last year in the state, she will deliver first a written State of the State on Tuesday morning to lawmakers. The written address will focus on Maine's long-term strengths, opportunities for growth, and long-standing challenges. The second part of the State of the State will be the traditional address, focusing on the immediate crises Maine has faced, including the Lewiston mass shooting and impacts of recent severe storms. The address is scheduled for 7 p.m. tomorrow night. We will bring you special live coverage of the address from the State House when it happens. In other news tonight, a Robbinston woman will spend 32 years in prison for killing another woman in Washington County. 43-year-old Rebecca Morris pleaded guilty to the murder of 53-year-old Paula Johnson in December. Johnson was found dead in her home in Pembroke in February of 2022. Previous autopsy results revealed the cause of her death was a gunshot wound to the head. Morris originally denied any involvement in her death. Evidence later showed Morris had been purchasing drugs from Johnson, and the two were former dating partners. A Washington County man whose murder trial ended in a mistrial was back in court today. Donald Dana and Kaylee Brackett were both charged with the murder of Kimberly Neptune at her home in Perry. She was stabbed almost 500 times. A jury found Brackett guilty of murder. A spokesperson for the Attorney General's office says today 39-year-old Donald Dana pleaded guilty to hindering apprehension and received a deferred disposition for 1 year, meaning he'll serve 1 year in jail for that offense. The spokesperson says if he does not meet all the requirements, it would result in an open plea on the hindering charge with a potential sentence of up to 5 years in jail. A Stratton man was sentenced today in U.S. District Court for his role in a violent home invasion in Rangeley in 2016. According to court records, in July of 2016, 36-year-old John Raymond and others developed a plan to steal controlled substances from a Rangeley home. On July 28, 2016, Raymond purchased drugs from the owner of the residence. He then drove two of the co-conspirators to that residence later the same evening, remaining in the car while the two men entered the home. During the commission of the robbery, the intended target of the robbery shot and killed one of the co-conspirators. Raymond fled the scene when he heard commotion and was later stopped by police officers while driving another co-conspirator to a bus station. A judge sentenced Raymond to 48 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release. A very close call for a man who wound up in the icy ocean waters on Sunday. The Department of Marine Resources says the unidentified man had to be rescued after his small boat overturned off Tennant's Harbor. Officials say it happened near Northern Ireland, and the man was able to swim to the island's shore. His family called 911 when he failed to return home Sunday afternoon. A nearby resident heard what sounded like someone calling for help from Northern Ireland, which guided rescuers to him. The man was conscious but was very cold and unable to move when they found him around 5 p.m. He was taken to a nearby Coast Guard vessel and then to a hospital for treatment. In response to the sudden passing of Carmel Town Manager Kevin Howell, community members have rallied together to support the Howell family. Our Doug Banks has details.
Kevin was the kind of guy who believed in community and his family, and he made him a perfect person for the town manager job.
On Sunday, a community member and a friend of the Howell family created the Facebook page, Carmel Community Support Howell Family. Supporters of the page have quickly taken action to help bring comfort to one of their own. Loved ones and those who just want to give a helping hand have donated meals through TakeThemAmeal.com, while some community members have even reached out to help care for the family's livestock.
The town is mourning. We're all just mourning in different ways. But I think the best thing that everyone feels like they can do is try to help, and that's why that Facebook page has popped up.
The page's creator, who asked for their name not to be shown, said, "Kevin and his family as a whole have poured much time and effort into developing our town. I think the way Carmel is pulling together for his family is the greatest testament to his work."
He believed in community. He believed in family. He believed on making this place a better place than he found it.
A link to that Facebook page can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. In Carmel, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, and taking a look outdoors today, pretty mild so far, but let's take a first check of our forecast and see what else is headed our way.
Thank you so much. All right, a little bit overcast conditions outside today. Temperatures slightly above freezing, so once again, a little bit of that snow was melting away. But in general, though, we are dry. Finally, right? Take a look at this, though. It's feeling like winter, right? 5 inches of snow on the ground here in town. Millinocket area not showing any snow, but there is a lot more snow on the ground than here in town, especially the more west you go. So we're talking Greenville area, in and around the Greenville. Some places well over a foot of snow on the ground. Things will start to melt slowly. For now, though, we do still have snow on the ground. Earlier today, 34 degrees here in town, right by the coast. We got Machias, Bar Harbor, into Rockland, some mid-30s out there once again. Millinocket close to freezing, and then Greenville with that thick snowpack, upper 20s outside. So things are looking a little bit cooler, still above average. Now, we do have a little bit of a small craft advisory that has been posted until 7 a.m. on Tuesday, and also a gale warning right by the coast till those morning hours once again on Tuesday. Overnight tonight, though, it is going to get cold, folks. We are looking at single digits outside with a feels-like temperature well below 0.
Alrighty, so we might want to start our cars a little early in the morning. Thanks, Conrad. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, a new recovery center in Waterville is already making a big impact. We'll tell you how. And a school in Castine benefits from a significant anonymous donation. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 comes right back.
Fishing trip hit a snag? Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
The Orono Arcade is an ideal birthday party destination. We have the best arcade video games, including Tomb Raider, Halo, Need for Speed, Mario Kart, and Luigi's Mansion. You are guaranteed to have hours of fun. Plus, we also have a 9-hole blacklight mini golf course that changes weekly. Allow us to provide hours of fun for you and your friends. You bring the cake, we'll provide the entertainment. Call us today to schedule your birthday party event, 889-3166.
Gun Sports and Brewer knows that for fun, exercise, and meeting new friends, nothing is better than ice skating. Whether it's sailing down the ice, making a great pass, and scoring in a game of hockey, or the grace, strength, and expression of figure skating. From the youngest child all the way to adulthood, anyone can enjoy the fun of skating. At Gun Sports, we supply the equipment for your skating fun for great prices, the proper fit, and service after the sale. Shop your locally owned Gun Sports Shop, Greenpoint Road in Brewer.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos? Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money, and I'll fight to get it for you. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Another client had a brain injury, and we got them $1.15 million. If you get hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Center Theater, Guilford Hardware, Kimball Insurance, McCusick Petroleum, Piscataquis County Collision, and Rowell's Garage and Car Wash. Fishing trip hit a snag? Won't stop us. In a Nissan SUV, adventure begins where the road ends.
Drive a Nissan SUV. Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
ABC 7, honored to be named Maine's television station of the year.
Welcome back. A new 12-bed residential substance recovery center in Waterville opened its doors earlier this month, and members of the program say it's already changing their lives. Our Grace Blanchard has more.
Along Hazelwood Avenue in Waterville sits a house with a mission.
Give them a good place to start and help them through the struggles while they're here.
The Central Maine Recovery Center is a new 12-bed residential recovery residence that is trying to give those battling substance abuse a second chance at life.
We were trying to separate them from the type of life they were living.
The center's president says there are 3 phases to their program.
We go by education, empower, and evolve. And I think the program that we've put together gives people a break without having, too much pressure and not too much freedom at the same time.
It's not a treatment plan, this is like a plan for your life, and we want to look at what gets in the way.
Vice President Callie Merrill says there is a vital need for a program like this in the Waterville area.
Substances can be so isolating, and when you can say it out loud, like to somebody else, and they can hear it and understand it, that's what makes the difference.
And those living in the house say they have already felt that impact.
Yeah, saved my life, changed my life, yeah, already. Reconnected with family, working, doing some other stuff.
They currently have 8 beds available. Although it is currently limited to men, they hope to expand in the near future.
23 years in recovery, and I guess it falls along that if I can do it, I think others can too.
More information on the program can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. In Waterville, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
An anonymous donation is allowing the Adams School in Castine to make some much-needed upgrades. Our Matthew Juroncic has that story.
Well, I was in a state of disbelief.
School Union 93's Superintendent of Schools Derek Perkins is still processing the moment the Adams School received a generous $40,000 donation from an anonymous donor.
We're definitely gracious for their generous donation. It's going to do a world of good.
The benefactor came forward with the donation after learning the Adams School was not in compliance. The money from this donation will help improve the school's kitchen. The plan is to start replacing its ovens and refrigerators. The rest of the money is expected to service the school's fire panel.
We have contingency funds, but they were going to be completely depleted. This gift enables us as a school committee to really look forward in planning what's best for the building.
This donation goes to show the importance of the Adams School to the Castine community.
You hear all the time, of all the folks that just have a real strong affinity to the school. Either they went there themselves, their parents went there, grandkids, their kids. I mean, it's really viewed as really one of the hot spots in town.
The funding not only takes a weight off everyone's shoulders, but it also allows them to start looking into the future.
We're going to be looking into storage options and really making sure that the structure itself is updated in a way that sees it into, the next 100 years.
The school committee is having a meeting next Wednesday that will discuss future upgrades to the building. In Castine, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
All right, and still to come on ABC7 News at 6, we'll take you inside the Penobscot Theater for a closer look at the work that goes on behind the curtains. And in sports, there's a new all-time wins leader for Husson's men's basketball after this past weekend. We'll have that story right after the break.
Quitting smoking, vaping, and other tobacco may be tough, but you can do it. Even if you don't get it right the first time, don't give up. Working with a quit coach increases your chances of successfully quitting, especially combined with quit medications. That's why each quit program through the Maine Quit link offers free patches, gum, and/or lozenges and helps you build a customized quit plan. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or enroll online at mainequitlink.com. It's free and it works.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. My grandson, it's my boy.
Hey, Grandma.
And a WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these. As in, WellCare gives me benefits I can use every day. And real human support. And answers I can understand. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions and a WellCare Spendables debit card to pay for things like dental, utilities, and groceries. I can even use it to pay at the pump for gas. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call or visit wellcareyes.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
Your local professional, eco-friendly office space partner is WVII Business Solutions, your one-stop shop to get the job done. Handling all your office furniture and printing machine needs at an affordable price. Offering full system integration into your workplace and local service on everything we sell. We can even remote monitor your system with just-in-time inventory and service need assessments. Little to no downtime gives you peace of mind. At WVII Business Solutions, your solution is only an email or a phone call away.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start with some basketball. With their win on Saturday over Thomas College, Husson men's basketball officially has a new all-time wins leader and its head coach, Warren Caruso. The 91-76 win over Thomas was Caruso's 555th victory as the head coach of the Eagles, passing former head coach and the man who hired him as an assistant, Bruce McGregor. Caruso was in his 30th season at the helm for the Eagles, not to mention his time as an assistant, and he has led them to 14 national tournaments. He says his time at Husson has certainly been special, and it has to do with those around him rather than the wins on the court.
I think of the relationships I have with the student athletes over the years and the people I've worked with on campus and assistant coaches all, playing a part of our success. And, we didn't get here by myself. It was a lot of people doing a lot of great things, and certainly those relationships mean so much to me.
Caruso reaches this milestone during his son, Luke Caruso's last year of eligibility as a player. His other son, Nate, recently spent time as an assistant on Warren's staff. He says his family has always been a part of Huston basketball. Hard not to be when you live with a coach, but actually having them on the roster with him has meant a lot.
It's incredibly special. He and I talked a little bit about it on Saturday night, and how special it was for him to be a part of it in uniform. And my other son was an assistant a few years back, but they've both been a part of our program from birth, really. But then to really play a role, and he had a uniform on that day, is something we'll cherish forever, and something that was a really tender moment for us to share after Saturday.
All right, big congratulations to him. Let's move on to some hockey now. It is time for the NHL All-Star break, and the Bruins winning their final game before the break Saturday, and now we won't see them again until February 6th. So through 49 games so far, the Bruins are in first place in the East, 71 points. After losing Bergeron and Krejci and a few guys to free agency, it is a much better first half than expected for the Bees. They roll into the break victors in 7 of their last 8 games, which is nice considering they were on a little skid before that streak. And after Saturday's win, head coach Jim Montgomery was asked about what he liked most about the team's first half. Here is his response.
I think how committed everybody was to our structure and to the team after Christmas break, and our ability to stay in games, and find ways to get a point or get wins.
All right, looking forward to that second half. Finally, now some news out of the football world. It's been reported that the New England Patriots have found their defensive coordinator. First reported by Albert Breer of Monday Morning Quarterback. New head coach Gerard Mayo and his staff have promoted defensive line coach DeMarcus Covington to be the team's defensive coordinator. Last season, Covington was promoted to the defensive line coach and led arguably the team's best unit on either side of the football. So that's the first domino to fall in terms of coaching decisions. Hopefully, more a word on an offensive coordinator coming soon. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much. And finally, that snow is out of the area. Well off the coast now. Take a look at Boston, though. Down south, they are still lingering. They still pretty much have some lingering snow showers. Very light, though. Nothing heavy anywhere in the Northeast. Things are starting to clear up. Temperature-wise, though, get ready for this, folks. Very cold temperatures are back in the area. Single digits outside tonight as these clouds start to finally break up overnight and then into those morning hours tomorrow. Now, the winds are blowing from the north. You folks could see some very gusty winds that's bringing in all of that cold air from deep up into Canada. So that's why we are really cooling off. Not going to be cold for long. A couple of days and then right back into those above average temperatures. But for now, though, Machias, we got Bar Harbor, Rockland, 17 to 18 mile per hour sustained winds. Same story here in town. Of course, the wind gusts are closer to 30, so hold those hats, folks, and bundle up as that cold air starts to roll in. The winds are going to start to go calm. By tomorrow morning, just a light breeze, and then by Wednesday morning, we're looking at very calm winds. Still, those cold temperatures sticking around the next couple of days. That push of warmer air up into the Midwest, the upper Midwest. Take a look at this. 60s, record-breaking 50s and 60s all the way up into southern Canada. They don't have any snowpack there. That's why all those warm temperatures are working their way all the way up north. Take a look at Minneapolis, upper 40s, so near record highs once again. No snow on the ground, so wherever there's no snow, temperatures are really warming up. Those warm temps from the south continuing to work its way up north. Deep into Canada. That's where that Arctic air is. Folks could see we're going to get that little shot of that cooler air rolling down into Maine, of course. Not going to be here for long. You got to go all the way into Fairbanks, Alaska, and then north of that to get into those bitterly cold temperatures. Some places still at around 30 to 35 degrees below zero. They're going to slowly start to warm up the next week. For us, no warm-up. Tomorrow into Wednesday, we're going to be I'd say cold, cooler, nothing really too bad, especially those overnight lows. They're going to get cold. Thursday into Friday, well above average temperatures. Once again, we will be melting some snow away. And then a little bit of a cool down right by next weekend. Finally, temperatures near average. But overall, though, throughout from beginning to middle of February, this is what we're looking at. Above average temperatures across most of the country. And then you got to go to the west. So west of Denver into California, of course, Portland, Vancouver, into Seattle. Those areas will be a little bit cooler than what they should be for this time of year. For tonight, though, bundle up out there, folks. We are looking at cold temperatures in the single digits with that wind. It's going to feel like we're well below zero, decreasing clouds as well. For tomorrow, though, lots of sunshine, cold temperatures in the area, below average, of course, 22 degrees and that light breeze. Our extended forecast outlook does show upper 30s Thursday into Friday, maybe a little bit of a rain and snow mix Thursday night into the day on Friday.
All righty, Conrad, thank you. We'll be right back after the break.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
In times like these, saving money matters more than ever. Lydia saved her family $450 by switching to AAA auto insurance. And Frank switched and saved over $350. Just like you need to take care of your family, we consider you a part of ours. AAA is here to help you with your auto, home, and life insurance needs. Call 844-AAA Insurance or visit AAA.com for an auto insurance quote today. AAA, we're always with you.
Hanks Husqvarna is your full-line Husqvarna dealer with 2 convenient locations, 32 Old State Road in Carmel and 19 Moosehead Trail in Newport. Whether it's tractors and zero-turns, chainsaws to trimmers, or pressure washers to snow blowers, everything is set up, serviced, and ready to go by our certified Husqvarna technician. And all sales are backed by our in-house Husqvarna warranty. For parts, service, or sales, stop in to Hanks Husqvarna, Carmel or Newport.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Foxcroft Academy, Howard Insurance, Johnson Foundations, Mallard Real Estate, McCusick Petroleum, and R&K Variety.
I got hurt by a big truck. Why did I call the twos?
Because life-changing injuries deserve life-changing money. We got a client who broke multiple bones in a commercial vehicle accident, $700,000. Call the twos. We win for you.
This week, the civil fraud case against former President Trump.
No one is above the law.
Plus, the historic rainfall with more to come in the West. More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back, and finally tonight, once a month, the Penobscot Theater Company in Bangor offers behind-the-scenes tours of the theater's historic building, and that opportunity is attracting everyone from history buffs and theater lovers to community members who are interested in seeing what goes on behind the curtain before the actors take the stage. Our Jody Hersey has more.
So I saw Mary Poppins in June, and I saw it actually 4 times, and it was amazing, so I really wanted to see behind the scenes of all of that.
There's no question that actors and audience members alike have made memories inside the historic Penobscot Theater building on Main Street in Bangor. In the past, this 104-year-old building has served as a vaudeville house, a church, and a movie theater.
When I was younger, there were serial movies. My brothers and I would come every week.
Ben Lehman, who is the theater's house manager and an actor himself, served as a tour guide.
Our building is gorgeous. I don't think people know how massive the building is.
Oh, look, we can see down. Lehman led guests through the theater's rehearsal room, costume storage area, and even behind the curtain to see the pulley system that's used to make things appear to fly across the stage.
Oh my God.
These are hemp ropes because they're very, very strong, and we maintain them once a year, make sure that they're not frayed or and that all the sandbags are repaired.
The theater's executive director says these tours offer guests the chance to see things they'd never see from their seats.
And I think there are some things about this building that are so unique that you could only see on the tour that were built into the hillside.
Penobscot Theater is currently showing the play Constellations, offering ticket holders the chance to make new memories inside this Bangor landmark.
People have had first kisses here. People have family traditions of coming to shows. So it's just the building is filled with a lot of love.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A place with a whole lot of history for sure. Well, those interested in checking out a performance or taking a behind-the-scenes tour can find more information at penobscottheater.org. All right, everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. That's going to do it for us tonight. We'll be right back here at 11. Take care and have a great rest of your evening.